Chutney artists, soca artists don't get the same pay.
Yeah.
We have a big difference in how we get paid.
You think they view Chutney soca with a little less respect as the soca will?
All right, Trinidad, listen up. Ricky Jai just went there in an interview, and I need to talk about it. He's saying Chutney artists aren't getting paid the same as soca artists, even when they're lighting up the same stage, giving the same energy, and sometimes even outperforming them. And here's the kicker. He hints at racial undertones behind it. So today we're breaking down what he said, why it matters, and how this reflects money, culture, and respect in TNT. But before we dive in, drop a comment. Do you think Chutney artists are undervalued? Or is this just business as usual? Okay, let's get into it.
An East Indian guy from South going to Port of Spain where all the tents are. And there's this historian, George Maharaj.
Yeah, I know George.
He musical historian, and he said that, you know, he quantified calypso music as the music of African or black people.
Right.
That's what he said in his book. And people associate with calypso soca. How was it for someone such as you to break into that scene? Was it challenging? Did it work out? I mean, what did you face when you started to go to those tents?
I have to say, from the get-go, it was love, real love. I would say in my entire career, which spans over 35 years, I've had moments of unpleasantries, I would say. I had moments where things didn't look like the heart that I was expecting. But for the most part, I would say, being an Indo-Trinidadian, I received nothing but love from Afro-Trinidadians, from white Trinidadians, from Chinese, from Portuguese, whatever the racial person in the country is, Douglas, whatever. I mean, I just walking through the mall and everybody's like, hey, Ricky, what's going on? Hey, I like your song this year. Hey, yeah, man, keep up the good work. And this is a cross section of people, black, white, Indian, Chinese, people just, it's love. I don't expect to be loved all the time, and I don't expect to get love all the time, but I could safely say from Sumintra to 2025, and even when I walked out onto Skinners Park stage for the semi-finals of the Mashka, the Calypso finals in 2025, I was so shocked, but relieved and happy at the same time.
That is a scary
to
thing.
get that roar
Yes.
of love when the master of ceremonies introduced me, and she gave me such a big introduction that when I walked out in the Skinners Park for the semi-finals, man,
You felt
all fears, all anxiety just went to the back of the stage. Again, love.
But you would feel that feeling every single time you go on stage as a performer. Not only feel
And this has always been a issue. Chutney artists, soca artists don't get the same pay.
yeah.
We have a big difference in how we get paid.
You think they view Chutney soca with a little less respect as the soca will?
I don't know if respect is the right word, but we just don't get the same money.
Even like a Rafi B,
He got to answer that question.
Yeah.
I choose not to answer questions where other people are concerned. I only speak for myself.
Right.
I would think that now, I forced the issue to be changed because when it started, like I said, the disparity was a little bit, But over the years, I was able to move it, and now I'm sure that the younger artists like Raymond and Ravi and Ki, I'm sure they're able to command more money than what we were getting back in the day.
Right.
But you know what, Ricky?
But, because we have become more established,
Yeah.
the genre has grown much more than it was back then. It's more accepted, it's more appreciated then.
Right.
But I still think that the Chutney soca gets the raw end of the stick. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of a sort of unfair judgment that goes into it, where the quality, soca people will sing about, and a bottle of rum,
Yeah.
bumper, woman, horn, jamming, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But these are topics that we sing about in Chutney soca also.
I could I know where you're going with this because, you know, I meet people all the time, and the first thing they say is that, you know, chutney singing is only about rum. And I have to bite my tongue because I want to lash back at these, I would say, ignoramus statements. But the truth is, there are not that many rum chutney songs, you know. Rum Till I Die,
A Drinker.
A Drinker, Dula Riga. What was the song I've been singing?
Riga,
No, not that
Aquila.
one. Aquila, Barman,
Right.
Ponchin. I ain't reached 10 yet.
But them,
I ain't
those,
reached 10 yet.
those seem to me have the highest impact, eh? I mean,
But they were big songs.
Yes.
Right.
Now, I don't have enough fingers to tell you how much soca songs it have on rum. And still, every year, they're rum. And even the content of these songs is about rum or Hennessy or something else.
Yeah.
But the same people that stigmatizing the chutney, they're in all the all-inclusives.
Yes.
Whining low, hand in the air to those soca songs. That's fine. I don't want to fight this argument, but I will defend it all the time. A lot of our chutney music people don't listen to, or they haven't paid attention to, or they don't understand it. Let's say Motor, for instance, my song. There's no rum in that.
True.
That is and I ain't blowing my own trumpet here. You know. It's one of the biggest chutney songs of all times. You go to Guyana or Suriname or anywhere where there's an Indian wedding right now, Motor still playing.
Yeah.
Not only Motor, Anand Yankaran, Rakesh Yankaran, Rasika Dindial,
Hema.
Sonny Man, Himlata Dindial, Budram Hulas,
Sambu Drum.
Sam Budram. You know, if I bring all these chutney songs, the hits that we all created over the years, there's nothing about alcohol in it.
It's true.
Ricky Jai said, soca artists get bigger paychecks. Chutney artists bring the doll, the tassa, the rum shop vibes, and we still get a smaller envelope. And you know what? He's not wrong. This isn't just numbers. It's about how society values Afro-Caribbean music more than Indo-Caribbean music, even when both are central to carnival and culture here in Trinidad. Now, yes, Chutney has its own thriving events, weddings, fetes, tassa competitions. Soca dominates carnival and international stages. So on paper, some promoters say soca brings bigger crowds, bigger sponsorships, so they get bigger pay. Fair enough. But when chutney artists perform on multi-artist carnival stages, they often still get less. And that's where perception kicks in. Chutney is seen as local, soca as exportable. And let's be real, sometimes the math doesn't make sense. Chutney brings the doll, the tassa, the rum, maybe even the doubles, but somehow soca walks away with the Hennessy money. I'm starting to think the curry goat might get a tip before the roti even gets served. Classic TNT math. And here's another one. Chutney artists put in hours, rehearse tirelessly, even risk stepping on a cowhide drum at 2 a.m., and what do they get? A smaller envelope than the soca guy who just jump on stage and whine for 3 minutes. I see you, promoters. But here's the deeper layer. This pay gap mirrors broader Indo versus Afro sociocultural dynamics in Trinidad. Colonial history, political representation, and which culture gets exported internationally. Ricky Jai is basically saying that chutney artists aren't just underpaid. They're culturally undervalued, and it shows in the envelope. And don't forget the financial side. Many chutney artists rely on these gigs to support families. Underpayment affects livelihoods, sustainability, and the future of the music itself. So this isn't just about pride. It's about respect, legacy, and empowerment. So let me ask you, is this pay gap a fair business decision, or is it a cultural blind spot that needs fixing? If you were a promoter, would you pay chutney artists the same as soca stars, even if their market is smaller? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see this debate light up. And if you love dives like this into Caribbean music, culture, and the real stories behind the stage, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who still sings Samintra at every fete. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about music. It's about respect, legacy, and who gets paid for bringing the vibes. And let's be honest, if Chutney artists got paid what they deserve, we'd all have a little more rum and a lot more doubles in our pockets too.